This is just one video. I got another one I want to show you guys as well. But look at how they trapping her like this. Pushing her. Throwing her off. Just crazy, man.
Caitlin Clark just took a hit so brutal it had no place on a basketball court. It looked more like something out of a WWE match. We're talking about a full court, no ball in sight, pure frustration foul. The footage shows her getting completely blindsided, not by accident, but with force and intention. This wasn't a bad box out or a mistimed screen. It was personal. Someone brought heat to the hardwood and left the rules behind. Flagrant 2 or borderline assault. Either way, this moment is about to be etched into basketball drama history.
Messed up. Her leg is bothering her enough that she has told the team she can't play. She can't go. She's not at full strength. She's not even close to full strength because someone like Caitlin Clark would not sit out just to sit out. A person like Caitlin Clark is ready to ball at all times. I stand pat on what I said last night in the live and in my videos the last couple days that Caitlin Clark's injury absolutely has something to do with what happened in the preseason. I will stand on that 100%. I don't care if it's the opposite leg or the same leg. It is the same leg.
It's official. The WNBA just torched its own credibility at record speed, and the only thing missing was someone roasting marshmallows over the wreckage. Caitlin Clark, the nation's three-point darling and a guaranteed ratings magnet, got blatantly fouled in plain sight, right on the court. And how did the league respond? Like it was just another average Tuesday. No urgency, no accountability. Just silence where action should have been.
Ended up just stepping up and saying, you know, what happened, the communication between the two, how they came about as far as sitting her out these 2 weeks. And, you know, just basically going over how competitive Caitlin is and how she wants to play. But, you know, they're going to hold her back like they did Sophie Cunningham.
Oh, but it gets even worse. This wasn't some accidental elbow or a sloppy defensive slip-up. This was calculated chaos. Think Broadway musical, but replace the choreography with cheap shots, frustration fouls, and zero flair. From the commissioner's office to the referees who seemed to forget their job or their vision, the whole scene played out like a parody. It didn't feel like a professional league. It felt like open mic night for unresolved grudges and unchecked egos.
You want to take one for the team, man. I've been thinking that you may have to take one for the team. Because at the end of the day, you ain't getting no kind of respect whatsoever from the media. You know what I'm saying? Only real fans of Clark be having her back. But like for most part, the media downplay her. Monica McNutt and all of them, let's be real. The WNBA throws shade on her. The basketball players throw shade on her. Everybody, every way they can, throw Nike's throwing shade at her. I feel like they're not promoting her, that's for sure.
Let's be clear. Caitlin Clark didn't just get fouled. She got targeted. We're talking heat-seeking missile levels of intent here, like someone locked her in with a GPS and hit launch. If this were the NFL, there'd be flags flying, fines handed out, and maybe even a congressional hearing. But in the WNBA, the officials casually sipped their Gatorade, watched the chaos unfold, and might have even been checking their fantasy football lineups. Nothing to see here, just the league's brightest star getting body-checked by clout-chasing bench-warmers while everyone looks the other way.
Let's talk about this play. The person who really should get all the blame is Kathy Engelberg. Yes, this is Kathy Engelberg's doing. You know why? Because she has incompetent referees.
And where was the commissioner in all this? Probably off somewhere drafting a polished press release that says, "We proudly support women in sports," while turning a blind eye to a league where one of the most gifted women in the game just got ambushed like she owed someone lunch money. It's almost poetic in its hypocrisy, like penning a heartfelt love letter while setting fire to the recipient's home.
In the air, the refs want to make the right call. We can't sit there for 2.5, 3 minutes and on an obvious hit out of bounds off of them and still not know the call.
Now people are calling for a boycott. And honestly, how is that even up for debate anymore? Skipping WNBA games at this point isn't just a protest, it's a public service. Imagine paying good money to watch Caitlin Clark break ankles and drain threes, only to end up witnessing a live-action version of Mean Girls in Sneakers, minus the whistles, plus the cheap shots. And here come the excuses, right on cue. The game's physical. It's part of the sport. Things get heated, please. There's physical, and then there's, let's take out the girl who's making us all look like background extras in her highlight reel physical. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment scuffle. It was calculated, cold, and camouflaged in a jersey. All while the league watches from the sidelines, officiating like it's a casual backyard game of tag, only with fewer rules. What's next? Steel chairs at center court? A halftime show inspired by Fight Club? Because right now, Caitlin's not playing basketball. She's surviving the Hunger Games. And the only rule that seems to matter, referees must remain absolutely uninvolved. Can't have accountability messing with the chaos.
Silence the truth and just keep it going. Why don't you just fix the referee problem? Let's not forget you had a problem in the finals last year. Minnesota feels like they were robbed. Let's not forget that. Either get new referees or retrain the ones you have. It doesn't even make no sense why this is even an issue. You got all kind of people watching. See, that's what the problem is right now.
Let's talk about those referees. The same so-called professionals who can spot a toe barely grazing the three-point line, but suddenly lose all sense of sight when someone gets flattened like it's an episode of Game of Thrones. If they were any more checked out, they'd be lounging on a beach with piña coladas while Caitlin limps past, clutching her ankle. And this doesn't just reek of incompetence. It feels intentional. A coordinated effort to humble the one player, actually. Bringing national attention to the WNBA. Why? Because she's too good? Because she's popular? Because she's making everyone else look like they're hooping in ankle weights? Heaven forbid someone actually grow the game and attract fans. So what's the league's response? Shove her into a wall, call it defense, and move on. Meanwhile, ticket prices for her games are free-falling, faster than the ref's credibility. You could probably grab a courtside seat now for less than the price of a granola bar. And the WNBA? Still silent, still shrugging, as long as those NBA subsidy checks keep clearing. Why fix the system when you can just keep taping it together with someone else's money?
Allow this kind of behavior in your league, someone is bound to get hurt eventually. The WNBA needs to protect its players. Caitlin Clark deserves better. Now, the hits have finally caught up with Caitlin Clark, and I believe that could be the case, man.
And here's the real gut punch. Caitlin Clark's career is now hanging in the balance, not because she broke rules or disrespected the game, but because a pack of glorified gym class bullies didn't like that she was too good. She wasn't showboating. She wasn't trash-talking. She was simply outplaying them. And for that, she got the kind of welcome usually reserved for movie villains. You'd think she insulted someone's entire family with the way they came after her. You know what might actually fix this? Lawsuits. Yep, bring the legal heat. Sue the league. Sue the refs union. Sue every individual who thought defense meant throwing elbows. Heck, sue the stadium for having a floor hard. Enough to smash into. Leave no stone or legal clause unturned. If they want to treat her like the enemy, she may as well return with lawyers instead of layups. And while the footage goes viral, what's the WNBA doing? Probably crafting a PR statement filled with buzzwords like internal review and commitment to player safety, all while the league metaphorically burns to the ground. Caitlin Clark is trending, not for her insane shooting range or record-breaking numbers, but because someone tried to take her out on camera and walked away without consequence.